Hello everyone, how are you? I'm Geeta Vara and I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner and wellness coach working with private and corporate clients all over the world through one-to-one coaching sessions, consultations, virtual workshops and retreats. And today I want to talk a little bit about the Ayurvedic perspective on mental health. Why is it that when we are physically unwell, we take time to allow the body to recover? And why do we not do the same when our stress levels increase or our mood and emotions fluctuate? We instead decide that it's better to just soldier on. 2020 was a tough year for most of us, and it feels like this year has just been more of the same. We are all facing challenges in different ways. And thankfully, mental health is no longer the taboo it once was, and we can now recognize the need to give it the airtime it truly deserves. But this cannot just be for the short term. We need to dive deeper into the longer term preventative health measures. You know, it really saddens me that medical doctors so easily prescribe a pill when we are feeling unhappy or anxious as a blanket solution. And antidepressants are more common than you may think, and I have definitely found this to be the case through my experience in clinic. You see, conventional medicine suppresses the negative and often positive thoughts produced as a result of the mental imbalances by altering the neurochemicals within the brain and simply allowing the cognitive function to take place. Fluctuations in our mood is an inevitable part of life, and we must understand our mind just as we need to understand the body to understand where our vulnerabilities lie. So many of us live with the foot floor in the gas pedal of life, and our inability to cope with the increased exposure to more stressors have resulted in so many cases of insomnia, anxiety, depression, that it has become an epidemic in itself. I see so many of these issues in parallel with physical health conditions, and I see them as being caused by an underlying imbalance. According to the Mental Health Foundation, 74% of people in the UK in 2017 felt so stressed they have been overwhelmed and unable to cope. But don't despair, there are lots of avenues to explore before you even get to the point of wanting or needing to pop a pharma pill. Like all physical health conditions in Ayurveda, we look for the dominant dosha and guna involved in the underlying imbalance. We often allow the mind to get caught up in the attachment in the interpretation of our thoughts and perceptions, concerns, emotions and opinions. It can really drive us into a frenzy. Now, depending on your dominant dosha type, your mental reaction to stress and impressions will differ. Let's have a quick look at this. A Vata mind will react quickly, impulsively, be hypersensitive and easily agitated and unstable. A Vata mind will quickly be driven into fear, anxiety, compulsive thinking and even uncontrollable pessimistic thinking. A Pitta mind, on the other hand, will tend to get easily frustrated, agitated and angry. There could be a tendency to be confrontational, blaming, critical, aggressive, and even the tendency to narcissism. Deep down, these displays may trigger insecurity and perceived loss of control. A Kapha mind, on the other hand, can tend to become heavy, clouded and dull, and veers towards indulgence and obsessive behaviors. They have a tendency towards excessive sleep, insensitivity, inertia and depression. The Gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, are the three energies that influence our mental faculties, such as perception, thoughts, emotions and responses. We definitely need all three Gunas at some level for our mind to function optimally. However, an excess of the Tamas and Rajas can create imbalances. Just to give you a quick snapshot of what these Gunas are, let me briefly introduce each one to you. Tamas brings stability and grounding, but if imbalanced, it can lead to inertia, stubbornness, greed, dullness, ignorance, and stagnation. Rajas, however, creates activity, movement, passion, and drive, but when imbalanced, can display overdrive, craving attention and power, and display an aggressive nature. This energy at times can help us to reduce and balance the previous guna, tamas. Sattva is pure balanced energy, and we can never have too much of this quality because it stimulates peace, expansiveness, compassion, wisdom. Ayurveda considers health to be a balance of mental, physical and spiritual wellness. Our physical and mental health is completely intertwined, and we must look at ourselves in this holistic light. There is no one pill for an ill, be it mental or physical. Thousands of years ago, Vedic scholars wrote about traditional mental health promoting practices, all of which contribute to a healthier state of mind that's considered on a personalization basis for the patient on their gunas and the doshas. I want to introduce to you and give you a little insight into these three broad categories of Ayurveda that encourage us to support and address mental wellness. The first category is Sattva Vajaya. This involves practices of yoga, and special attention is given to the first two limbs of yoga called Yama and Niyama, which is a space where we explore ethical living and self-discipline, cultivating supportive relationships, proper interpretation through our sensory organs, and engaging in pranayama. That's the breathing practices that increase the life force energy within us, and also practice meditation to help us be present and still. The second area is Deva Viprashraya. This is an area that fascinates me the most, and this addresses the area of faith, and that is our faith in our ability to heal, as well as faith in a divine source. Modern science is really exploring this in the quantum physics space, and we see so much positive research around the placebo effect. But also in Ayurveda, we believe that everything is energy and we are vibrating at different frequencies. So we can use tools such as chanting of mantras that can shift our inner vibration. We can also create a shift by using spiritual rituals that we call homas to clear negative energies. The third area is Yukti Viprashraya, a huge area that is definitely getting some airtime, and here we are focused on using diet, nutrition, lifestyle and Medhya Rasayanas. These are mental cleansing and rejuvenating herbs. Some of the herbs available for various mental health issues include those such as ashwagandha, brahmi, mandukaparni, vacha, tagar, bala, shatavari, nutmeg, and the list goes on. And your practitioner will guide you as to what is going to be the most suitable for you. In another area of Ayurveda, we can also engage in purification treatments known as panchakarma to bring deeper balance back to our doshas and gunas. So we are always working to create homeostasis and strength in our mind and body, rather than being reactive when an issue arises. If you are keen to get on top of your mental health concerns or get more personalized guidance or coaching to stay in balance, please feel free to connect with me, and you will find my details in the notes below. Or please feel free to get in touch with your nearest Ayurvedic practitioner. You can also refer to my video on tips to manage stress with Ayurveda, and the link is in the notes below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video informative. Feel free to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more ancient Ayurvedic wisdom and wellness tips, and connect with me over on Instagram at Geeta Vara, where I share more regular posts. Have a great day.